Hey folks, this episode is sponsored by City Traders Imperium. Now, what you might not know is CTI has the best funded account conditions up to $2 million, which is the most in the industry. Now, go check out the video I recorded with them to learn more about their incredible package where Trading Nut listeners get an exclusive deal. It includes access to their high-performance trader mastermind and funding program. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below or above and go check out that video. All right, folks, here we are on Trading Nut. We've got Nick Shawn in the house for the third time. We're about to run through his trading strategy, his updated trading strategy. He's been on here twice before. We're going to see the new updated trading strategy, and we're going to get to see some crazy like 43R trade here. Nick, over to you, fella.
Yeah, so pretty much I'm going to share my screen. What I'll do right here is I'll just teach you guys my entire trading system in about 30 seconds, and then I'll show you guys a couple trades that I've taken along with the trade that I'm in right now. So my system is essentially going to the daily, 4-hour, and 1-hour charts and just looking to trade clear trends. If there's a very clear trend, for example, an uptrend, all I will do for entry, obviously it's a little bit more complex than this, but I'll essentially just wait for a price to break above a previous resistance zone that's very clear. I'll wait for a retracement back to the level. And then what I'll do is once price does that, I'll just simply go to a lower time frame, like maybe the minute 30 or minute 15, and I'll just observe what price does when it's testing the level. If it looks like it's starting to bounce there at the level on the break and retest, I'll simply enter a buy, and I'll enter a buy with a stop loss just below the zone, and I'll have my final targets at a higher high on the daily or 4-hour chart. That's essentially it. I'm just trading breaks and retests of clear horizontal levels during super clear trends. So that being said, I'll go over a trade I'm in right now, and then I'll go over a recap of a couple trades I've taken this past month. All of these were shared in my free Telegram channel, which I guess Cam can put a link or something below if you guys want to join that. But so these right here, so AUD US dollar, the current trade I'm in right now is in a 1-to-43 risk to reward ratio. It's in about $2,000 worth of profit, and the final target, if we're looking at the daily chart, it's just looking at the daily and saying, all right, if the daily trend is going to continue, price is probably going to make a higher high somewhere up here. If I can find an entry and pinpoint an entry with low risk and try to capitalize on a move up to a higher high in the daily chart, that'd be cool. Make for a great trade. And so all I'll do is after I've identified the trend, I'll go to the 4-hour chart. I'll look for super clear horizontal levels. I had found one right in here during this uptrend. Go down to the 1-hour chart. You can see it a little bit more clearly right here. It's essentially this zone right here. It's been support a couple times in the past, and then it was resistance, then it was support again, then it was resistance, and then on Friday of last week, which was a couple days ago, turned to support again. So price broke a previous resistance zone, came back, tested as support. While price was testing right there, all I do is I just go to a lower time frame and I just look at what the candlesticks are doing. If it looks like it's bouncing, I will enter a buy. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing specific. I'll just go to the lower time frames and I'll ask myself the question, does it look like it's rejecting the zone? If it does, I will enter a trade at the zone or as close to the zone as I possibly can.
Hey guys, quick message from my sponsor, Sage Capital. Now, they provide education software and tools needed to increase anyone's ability to trade more successfully. Perfect for people who are either still learning, too busy, or just want to use professional grade strategies to build passive income. They've achieved high returns with relatively low risk and are available for auto copying today. Go to sagecapital.co.uk or click the link above and start auto trading today.
This one just so happened to, like, price it bounced once, and it started bouncing a second time. I entered after that second bounce. My stop loss will go directly underneath the zone because the idea behind support resistance is that if the zone is going to hold, it'll bounce right there. No need to have a big stop loss. If it doesn't hold and it stops out or it pins me out before going into profit, which it will do regularly, like it did the past 2 trades I took earlier in that week, that'll happen. But when it does go into profit, it is massive disproportionate amount of profit that wipes out all the previous losses with huge units of gain. And so this one turned into a 1-to-43 risk to reward ratio. It's about halfway to the target now. I'm going to continue scaling out profits along the way up to these previous daily highs and to a higher high as well. This one's up like $2,000. I've closed 1, 2, 3, 4 position on this, and so $1,000 worth of profit, which is paid for a couple losers last week. This is the position right here, up $2,000. If it goes to the final target, it'll probably be around $6,000. Even if I just get a couple of trades like this a month, a couple of trades that each make me like 5, 6, 7K, I make around 20 to 30K a month trading. But that's pretty much it. Cam, you got any questions?
Yeah, so that area there where you've got no trades, I mean, what happened? Why did you not take any trades in that area?
Yeah, so as price was going down, This whole time I'm looking for buys the whole time. Sometimes I won't get into a trade because I'm asleep and it happens during London session, which is like 2 a.m. in the morning for me here in the States. Sometimes I just won't be there for another reason, like I won't be able to take the entry. Sometimes I'll be looking to get an entry, but when price comes back to retest a previous resistance as support, it'll just smash through and it won't reject at all, so I won't take a trade in that case. But this whole time, all the way down through here, I was looking for buys. And if you look at what happened, so this was since January 11th, we're currently on February 9th, so it's been roughly 1 month. In the past 1 month, just on this specific pair, AUD USD, I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. So the first 3 I took back in early January stopped out, and then I had one nice winner here. This had a final target of a 1 to 21 risk reward ratio. It went into profit. I closed out 3 units of gain, which wiped out all these losers, and it brought all the profits back. So it broke even on those. And then after that, I set a break-even stop. The rest of this came back, stopped at break-even. This trade essentially just paid for the previous losers. And then last week, I had 2 losers on AUD USD. I had a stop out here. There's a break and retest. It just stopped out. And then I had another stop out right here. This was a break above this previous resistance zone, turned to support, started bouncing. And this one was kind of stupid because it barely stopped me out, and it'd be in huge profit now. But that's okay because opportunities come along. Out of 3 trading opportunities here on AUD USD last week that I could find, I got just this one right here. And this one has been in huge profit, which has completely repaid all the little tiny losses, all the break-evens with huge profit. And if it continues going, it'll be even crazier. So if you look at it, there's only been 7 trades this whole past month. I lost 3, and then I got the 3 losses back in profit here, and then I broke even. Then I had 2 losses, but now I have huge disproportionate winners on this. Each trade has only like $250 of risk right now here for these ones. And so if the risk is only $250 initially, and the winners are like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, then it all works itself out in the long run. So that's why I didn't take any trades during past here. I was looking for buys the whole time, but for a variety of reasons, maybe I wasn't there to take a trade, or maybe it didn't set up appropriately, I didn't get any trades. But I'm looking for buys even right now as it's continuing up. I'm looking to scale in and more buys.
And the eventual profit target of those green boxes, I mean, is that based on a previous high of the daily chart? Is that right?
No, actually, it's just with the logic, like if we all know how market structure works, and if we don't, it's very simple. Price makes a higher high and then a higher low and then a higher high and a higher low. And in an uptrend, it just keeps doing this. And so if my entry, whenever I'm zoomed out on the daily chart and I zoom out and I look and my entry is right there, if I just think price is going to continue in its daily uptrend, it'll probably make a higher high before then, probably pulling back a little bit. So if I'm trying to capitalize on this move right here in which price goes from a higher low to a higher high, that's essentially what it is right here. So if we go to the daily chart on this and we zoom out and we kind of look at my position, I don't have any specific target. My target is just a higher high in the daily. So what I do is I just have an alert up here. So I'll put for an alert right here, AUD higher high on the day 1 chart. So higher high in the daily. So what happens is once price gets there and it sets, my alert goes off. If price continues pushing up really hard right there, then I'll close it as it continues up really fast. If it comes up to one of these, like this previous resistance area here on the daily high, starts rejecting hard right there, I'll probably just close the trade right there. But for my final targets, if I'm just zooming out and looking here on the daily chart, the idea behind it is that, hey, if price is going to continue in its daily uptrend, it'll probably go from down here to somewhere up here. So that's where I'm going to look to take profits at. It's very simple.
Awesome. Well, look, guys, we did go into a lot more detail on this particular strategy and also the mindset that goes with it and a whole bunch of other things as well in a podcast we shot, which is the third that Nick's had on the show. Link below the video or somewhere on this page. Nick, before we wrap up, what's the best way for the guys to find out more about you and get hold of learning about more about this course?
Yeah, so I put together just a free training. It's 30 minutes long. It essentially teaches the way that I trade in a very simple way, as well as how people should go about structuring their trading system and learning process. And they can find more about that at www.missionfx.org. Go ahead and just drop a link somewhere below this video so people can find it, right? missionfx.org.
We'll do that, guys. And whilst you're looking for that, hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the like button and click on the notifications bell. Click all, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.